Hello everybody, this is Miss Joanne again. Today we're going to talk about shapes. Okay, so first off I'm going to show you a picture of a shape. Then we're going to talk, then I want you to tell me what you think the name of the shape is. And then we'll talk a little bit about the attributes of the shape, maybe what the shape has. Okay, so let's look at this first one. We're not going to worry about the color right now. That's not really as important, but I want you to look at this shape and I want you to think to yourself, what is the name of this shape? Now this should be a review because we have covered this in class before. So Miss Feek, Calden, Habiba, I want anybody out there, I want you to think about closely, think about what do you think that shape is? If you said triangle, you're correct. It's a triangle. Okay, so let's talk about the triangle for one moment. How many corners does this triangle have? Remember, this is a review, so you guys should know this. And besides, of course, you can look at the picture clue. How many corners does this triangle have? Well, let's count together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. If you said 3 corners, you're correct. Yes, 3 corners. And then how many sides does this triangle have? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 3 sides, 3 corners. And it doesn't matter whether I go like this, or like this, or like this. Doesn't matter how I turn the triangle, it's still going to be a triangle. You may not think, oh, that doesn't look like a triangle. Of course it is. It's still a triangle. It's just that it's just turned a different way. It doesn't change the shape any, just because it's facing in a different way. Okay, let's try the next one. Let's see the next shape. Let's see. Let's see, I don't have all the shapes out here. Let's see this one. Uh-oh. Oops. What did I just do? I just gave out the answer. Okay. I gave the answer away. I'm going to cover it with my finger. Let's see if you know what this is. And not only that, well, maybe you couldn't read it because it was upside down anyway. Okay, so what shape is that? Anybody know? All right, let's see. We know this shape by the number of corners, right? So this shape can be confused with another one because I know that this shape can also be confused with another one. We call this an octagon. It's an octagon. This is an octagon shape. Okay, so let's count it. If it's an octagon, how many corners should it have? Octagon. What do you think? Octo. Yeah, let's see if you got the right answer. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you said 8 corners for octagon, remember it's like an octopus, 8 corners, yeah, then that's an octagon. Let's see how many sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 corners, 8 sides. That's an octagon. Okay, let's try another one. Let's see. I don't have all the out. Which one is what? Oops, there I go again. What shape is that? Anybody know? I'm sorry that the card maybe you could see it better that way because the sunlight is kind of showing the design on the back of the card. What do you think that is? Not a circle. It looks similar to a circle. I know some of you might thinking circle, right? But it's not a circle because it's stretched out, right? That's kind of stretched out. So it's not going to be a circle. it would be a oval. It's an oval. An oval is sort of like a circle, but kind of stretched out. Okay, how many corners does an oval have? Well, I don't think I see any corners. Do you? No. Remember, a corner has to be, this is like a corner of this card in a way, even though it's a little rounded on the corner. But this would be like where 2 points actually meet, 2 straight points actually meet, would form a corner, right? I don't see any straight lines on this shape whatsoever. So the answer to that would be no corners, 0 corners, right? No corners at all. Okay. And, okay. This one is really hard to see. I should probably find it in another color. I don't like this one because I can't see the color on it. Let me see what I can do about this card. I'd rather pick another one with a darker color for that one, because that's really too light. Okay, much better. This is obviously, you can see this one. Okay, much better. Same card, but different color. So what do you think this shape is? Actually, some people give it 2 different names. And both of the answers are correct, by the way. It can have 2 different names. So if you said a diamond, yeah, that's still a correct answer. Diamond is a correct answer for the shape. And if you said rhombus, that's also a correct answer for the shape. So it could have really 2 answers, diamond or rhombus. Now let's think about the attribute of it. How many corners does the shape have? Well, let's count. Let's see if you're right. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many sides does it have? You can actually go to your TV screen or your computer screen, however you're viewing this, and or even on your phone, and you can actually point out for yourself and try to count it out. Okay, so let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4. And some people don't have to point at all. They just know it. So this rhombus or diamond also has 4 corners, 4 sides. Okay. Try another shape. Let's see. I'm trying to look for basic shapes here. Okay, these are my more basic shapes here. Okay, let's try this one. What shape is that? Looks a little similar like to a different one I showed you, didn't it? See, I don't want what do you think? What shape is that? If you said a circle, you are correct. And again, I'm going to ask you about the attribute of it. What do we think? How many corners does that circle have? No corners. You're right. No corners at all. It just goes around and around, right? There's no corners on this circle because there are no straight lines or straight points meeting on this circle. There's nothing there. It just goes around and around, right? So no corners. Okay, so there are no corners for that one, right? Let's try another one. What do we think that one is? Now, some people, I have to admit, they get mixed up between this one and let me see if I can find the other one that's here. If I can find it, I don't know if I can. I don't see it. I don't know where it's at. Some people get mixed up between that one and this one. with good reason. But when you see them side by side, you could tell the difference, can't you? Right? You can see the difference. So first, let's get back to this one. What do we think this one is? Look at that one next to it. Maybe that'll help you out if you're not really sure. Well, let's compare the two. How about that? The one in the black one. Well, are all the sides the same length? How about the blue one? Are all the sides the same length on the blue one? So that's what kind of makes them different, right? The black one, all the sides are not the same length. It may be, I think I see a smaller amount here and a longer amount here, right? For the length of the sides. So small, small, long, long, right? This one, if I went like this and I never moved my fingers, no matter how I place my fingers, it's always going to be the same length on all the sides, right? So that's what makes these two different, besides the color. I just happen to have one in black and one in blue. It doesn't matter about the color. Let's not worry about the color right now. So what do you think? All right, so this one is called a two short sides, two long sides. It's a rectangle. If you said rectangle, you are correct. This one is a rectangle. And this one, what do we say it is? If you said all the sides are the same length all around. If you said a square, you are correct. That one is a square. So rectangle and square. What do these both have in common? Well, if you check it out, they both have what? How many corners? That's right, they both have 4 corners. How many sides? Yep, they both have 4 corners and 4 sides. The only thing that makes them different is this one is going to be the same length on all 4 sides. This one, 2 sides short, 2 sides long. You notice how it looks different when I hold it this way as opposed to when I hold it this way. So that's what these two actually have in common. Okay. All right. I think I covered pretty much the ones that I have available to me right now. We can talk more about shapes during this week. Maybe we can compare other shapes that we haven't seen, like a trapezoid. Oh, I didn't show you that, did I? Or a parallelogram. Let's see if you remember what that one is too. We're going to cover other shapes this week as well. All right then. Talk to you later. See ya. Bye. Hope you enjoyed that.